What's up, guys? It's Joe at National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tonight's games. We have a couple in play still, but by the time they finish off, it'll be after midnight, so I figured we'd do a quick recap, and then we can also look into tomorrow. So, tomorrow's Saturday, obviously, so we're going to have... I looked at the college basketball schedule, and I'm not going to lie, that obviously we got bowl games going on. TCU is in Michigan's. Everyone's gonna want to play this game, which is fine. We if you look at the spread 7.5, it's a very interesting one. I personally think, and I'm gonna go into this game in a second in greater detail. I think Michigan covers. I mean, it's as simple as that, and I'll explain why. So I'll go into that. But we have a bunch of college basketball games that I just absolutely love. They're all metric games, by the way. So I'll be doing that too. So I'm going to be pretty busy. But I figured we would do a recap. I'll go into tomorrow's TCU game and just some plays I like in general. Because some games are earlier tomorrow, as you can see. But for tonight, we had a good night. Heat notwithstanding. And I think they wind up winning. Or covering, I should say. But them notwithstanding... We still had a great night. Kings looking pretty good. Anything can happen, of course. And Blazers not looking very good. Anything can happen, of course. But what's important, this is the stuff I always wind up putting in my Discord, but there's a couple that we haven't closed out yet, so I'm waiting to post until all the games finish. This is just from today alone, okay? And what's important is, as you can see, not only did we close 6 sequences, right? So that's 6 units. But at this end, it'll probably wind up being 7 or 8. But we closed 6. But at the same time, we also hold on. I don't know why Heat is still in play, so we have +4 on them. That one should be a winner, but you never know. So I never like to count anything prematurely. So it's 5 units right now that we closed. More importantly, we closed a leg 2 from yesterday, so we had North Texas lose yesterday. We did a leg 2 today. Actually, it was this is what it was for. I went over it in my last video. I liked the under on Navy. You know, it was just a nice metric. We missed it by half a point, so it was like 132.5. We had the under hit 133. Then we took Raptors leg 3. As I said, I absolutely love them as a leg 3, and that's just another reason I made the Discord. The Discord is because I want people to be able to see in live time. So at 4:30, I went ahead and posted, we're going to run the Raptors leg 3. And I'll message certain people on the Discord and things like that too, just so everyone can be on the same page. So we did really well because not only did we pick up 5 more units, we picked up 8 yesterday or something, I think it was. I counted it back. I think we closed 8. I thought it was 11, but it was 8. Some were like 2 and 3s. That's probably why. The night before, we closed 11, and we closed the important ones. The other one, we had Notre Dame as a leg 1 earlier today. They missed. We ran Hartford as a leg 2, and they won. As far as the NBA, we usually hit around, like I said, 60-70% anyway. We hit the important ones. To me, the Raptors is the one that just stuck out the most. That's why I made it a leg 3. I didn't think they were going to pay the public out twice, and I knew the public wasn't going to be on them over Phoenix. Got the Bulls. That's nice. It looks like they're giving them a little bit of a run. Wizards, as I said, I think they need to be in that play-in. They have to meet the play-in criteria, and by that I mean be within X amount of games. They can't be too far out, and they have to look believable. Sixers, we got that. We hit the over, but we missed the cover, which is okay. Missed the Hawks too, so I guess they were nice to LeBron on his birthday. And the rest are in play. And as you can see, I have these now, which are all first legs that we will be doing second legs on. So, and again, that's how the system's been working. As you can see now, like we're now over about 27, 28 sequences we closed. And I think it's just going to continue, to be quite honest, because, again, we did it for 3 months straight until they shut us down. I am also very happy to say, before I go into this college bowl game, and I'm very grateful because we've already retained 10% of our audience. So, and that I know that for a fact, that's mostly people literally searching National Sports Entertainment. From what people are telling me, and just from it's actually, telling me like how people watch my videos. I don't expect them right now to be recommended. So I appreciate that. I also appreciate the channels out there that have been cool and shown love and support. Sean Sweeney, he's not for the betting. I put my playlist out every single day, and I show people on Lifetime how I profited and how other people profited too. But I get it. He knows it's rigged, so he's not for that aspect. But he's shown love from the beginning, and he's upset about what happened, and I appreciate him mentioning that. And I wanted to, Jake the asshole came over here and said, kind words, and you didn't have to do that either. So I appreciate that. I do appreciate when people do kind things. As far as the other channel, those channels go, they know who they are. They are at this point. They're just controlled opposition, and I'm going to continue to do what I did last time, before my channel got yanked, and that's clobbering you guys and flipping you guys and outperforming you guys live, whatever it is. And, I never wanted this to be a competition, but, these are controlled oppositional channels. Unfortunately, they don't want us making money. So we're making money, and these guys aren't. So they're puppets. They're told what to do, what to say. Some of them aren't. Some of them have their own motives, but at the end of the day, none of them are to help the movement. These people are just, in my opinion, just very toxic people, and there's a reason that they're on YouTube being, put up on a pedestal while, I get to 1,000 people that decide to subscribe, and YouTube rips up off at the knees, and Thanos snaps us, which is fine. It's not complaining, it's just explaining. I was trying to just thank the channels that showed support, and then point out maybe these other guys these Captain Obvious guys aren't exactly helping the movement. This also goes to the Gematria people that raid my Discord with horrible suggestions, and they're always wrong. All these channels, just, be on notice. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to do exactly what we did before. That's why we are already flying back to where we were, and we're going to do it again and again and again. This isn't just pertaining to YouTube. We're going to keep doing this. This is a movement to us, and I take it seriously. So thank you to everybody who has shown, just all the love and as far as comments and things of that nature. So why do I like Michigan to cover here? Well, I think it's pretty simple. Cincinnati was a letdown last year, and I think TCU is going to be the same this year. So for that to happen, they have to get, if they beat Michigan, then you can't have that talk about changing the bracket because a Cinderella story team that shouldn't have got in and ruined it for other teams. You won't hear any of that, but if they do get bumped right in the first round, which I believe happens, then you will see that. That combined with the fact, and I don't always, again, against the spread, they have lost a few against the spread, so I'm not even using that much. I'm more using the line, the 7.5. They've covered 7.5 a lot this year, but I'll also explain they've clipped on 7.5 twice this year alone. I've watched TCU do this a lot, so you can bet I'll be buying down the 7 just in case there's any kind of, and I'll be locking it now in case there's any kind of late action. But I do like Michigan. It's nothing fancy. They've been very quiet this year, but if there's a team, and I think it just makes sense, real or fake, and I think it's fake, but that's going to disrupt TCU, and again, it's make them look like they don't belong in the playoffs. It's going to be Michigan here, so I think they maul them, and so the half probably won't matter, but I'm going to buy it down to 7 anyway. Yeah, this one was interesting. I was talking to people about this, and it's funny. Hendon Hooker not playing. We it wasn't one I loved, but we figured people would probably be fading Tennessee. So a lot of these bowl games I think will be irrelevant, but some I do think will be relevant. For example, the actual playoff game. And considering they were talking about, like as I said, the structure, I do think that Michigan here covers. This one here I absolutely love. And here's the thing that, in my opinion, that's just very important. And I think it's mostly because of their bowl eligibility and things of that nature if these guys are playing in the draft. And I don't think that Levi's is playing. I'm going to make sure. I'm almost positive he's not playing. What happens is, for most of these guys, unless, it's a very big bowl game, they don't play. They don't want to get injured. Yeah, so he is not playing. So that's why in this case, I absolutely love Kentucky. Now, it's going to be a first leg, just because, like I said, with college bowl games, I try and be more cautious, unless it's a very one with a big narrative like TCU here. But I do like the Kentucky Wildcats for the same reason I like Tennessee. I think people are just going to be looking at it from the aspect of, oh, this guy's not starting. Let's not forget, they're moving on. This is going to be, they're going to have a quarterback, and that's most likely going to be starting next year. So they're going to want them to look halfway decent. And without their quarterback, just like I think Tennessee, they're going to get faded. Now, this happens with all teams, but Will Levis is literally a top 7 probably pick. He's going. I don't know why they have him so high. He hasn't looked that good, but they do. So I really do like Kentucky to cover that game, and I do like TCU. I like fading TCU. I'm going to buy it down to -7 for Kentucky or for Michigan, but I do like the covers on both of those games. And I haven't played many bowl games. We played like 6 total, and I know there's been dozens, so it's not like we've run out of our way to play bowl games. So, yeah, you can see the Blazers. As you can see, anything can happen. So, this Blazers one was I thought for, like we were down by like 20 or something. You could see they gave the Blazers the second quarter. So, right now, again, all 50-50. So, not much church really going on there. By the time the video uploads, you guys will know what's going on. But I really wanted to go into those bowl games and just, again, recap in general what's been going on, and I bring it up a few videos now, not only my system but also the why we were yanked and things like that. Not to be belaboring the point, but just because there's new people tuning in wondering what happened. This might be the first video you're seeing because you've been searching for me. You finally found me. So I just like to get out there, not trying to complain, but also explain what happens and the dirty waters of YouTube. But yeah, we did a good job. As you can see, I always save what I believe to be the best games for the second and third legs. I try and pick my spots, and we closed them out. So another really good game day with only 4 sequences. Might be 5 or so, depending on how these late NBA games finish. The reason I don't mind that at all is, like I said, and there's so many, I'm going to do a separate video on it. I know you guys don't love college basketball, but here is where the money is to be made, because there are teams in metrics right now that, like against the spread, that defy historical norms. They just have to start winning or losing against the spread. Games have to start going over or under. This is the one we got clipped on earlier, Secret 133 and 132.5. So you'll see that quite often. And we're usually on the right side of it because we can usually see what they're doing. But yeah, in general, we're usually way over the target with college basketball, and at this point in the season, the numbers are at a point where something's kind of got to give for some of these teams. So I will be doing probably a lot of college basketball for leg 2s, and then rolling into the most obvious week in football. I can't wait to just get some of these layups, like the Patriots-Dolphins games and the Packers-Vikings and the Jets-Hawks. A lot of these are going to be just straight layups, so it's going to be great. And like I said, all this is in the Discord as well, so everybody that's following can kind of get the access a little quicker in live time. I can kind of get people some live knowledge too if I see something. But for everyone that's been following along, I appreciate it. And again, thank you for everyone that's been showing support. Nothing's going to stop us. They want to keep trying to shut us down. Let them try. But we're going to keep fighting harder and harder, putting out more videos every day for each time they shut us down. So, like I said, as long as a few people are making a couple bucks, that's nice. But the fact we're up like 25 to 30 units in 3 days since we restarted, well over 300 units in general since we started in September. I'm just so proud of that, and I take that ban as them ripping down the channel as a badge of honor. So, take care, everybody. We had another great night. Even though we didn't have an amazing record, we had a good enough record and closed out the important ones to close at, like I said, 5-6 more units and only have just a couple leg 2s going into tomorrow. So take care and happy earnings.